So, what if your investment portfolio could predict presidential legacies? We're going to talk about this and specifically President Biden's legacy in regards to the stock market. Biden's presidential stock market saga, pandemic recovery, AI boom, and election uncertainty. That's correct. Election uncertainty. So, from COVID deaths to tech fueled heights, a financial journey revealing market resilience, policy impacts, and the anticipation of Trump's economic blueprint. So, President Biden's presidential tenure exemplifies how geopolitical events, technological innovations, and economic policy can transform financial landscapes. And I take this information from the Dow Jones Industrial Average data that I'm going to bring up on my screen here. And hopefully, you all can see this because it's really important. There we go. So, you'll see that in this graph, we have stock market performance by presidential term. And in this graph, we see the term, we see the president, and we see the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the leading stock market indicator for the world, and the S&P 500, more of an indicator of companies and economic prosperity when it's related to the market here in America. The Nasdaq Composite, more involved in the technology space and innovation. And we have the Russell 200. That is more about smaller to mid-sized companies. And so as we look at these numbers and we're looking at Joe Biden's tenure, we see that the Dow Jones was up about 39%. We also see the S&P 500 56%. The Nasdaq composition was up 46%, and the Russell 2000 small to mid-sized businesses about 5%. And so you're probably looking at this diagram and you're probably looking above President Biden and looking at Donald Trump's numbers in comparison during his first term. And we see 36%, the Dow Jones, 67% increase for the S&P, 138% for the Nasdaq, and 59% for the Russell 2000. Now, why is this important? If you are an investor or looking to invest, this is pretty much where the politics is at. It's not about the color of your skin. It's not about your sexual orientation or your gender or if, any of that stuff. It's about the color of your money and how much money you have, period. As a capitalistic society, we have to understand that. We have a representative democracy. However, we have a capitalistic economic system. And this indicates what really matters to those individuals who wield power and authority in Washington, D.C. If you think otherwise, then okay, we'll have that conversation later. Please comment, let me know. However, for those of us who are investing for the future, who are investing for the now, who are looking for opportunities to grow the American economy, thus growing our pocketbooks, our benefits. They're looking at the economic policies that Donald J. Trump is going to implement. And with a compliant government, Donald J. Trump is hoping to improve on these numbers. Again, we've got the AI revolution happening. It's phenomenal. People are excited, people are concerned. However, AI is not going to leave us. And the AI boom is going to be important. There's so much investment, so many opportunities. It's an opportunity to get involved now. And also, and this is Gary Gensler, the current chairman of the Federal Reserve. He said just yesterday that there is a place for banks to deal with cryptocurrencies. That's another aspect of the economic system that America is going to push forward into. This is a promise by the Trump administration. Hey, look at the Trump coin that was released just before his inaugural, before his swearing in. There is going to be a commitment to cryptocurrency for the Trump administration, for America. Now, granted, this is really about, President Biden, and he put up some good numbers. And if you look at that chart again, the average was about 67% for the Dow Jones, 40% for the S&P, 59% for the Nasdaq, and 41% for the Russell 2000, and all but two. So of the four markets, two of them, the NASDAQ and the Russell 2000, the Biden administration underperformed. So we're talking about the tech world, NASDAQ, and small to mid businesses, the Russell. Donald Trump, by far, he blew the numbers out of the water. And of course, he's looking to do that again. The median were roughly, the same, about 40% for the Dow. Biden was slightly below that by a percent. The median for the S&P was 48%. Biden was above that with 56%. The median for the NASDAQ was 77%. Biden, of course, his administration was at 46%, and 49% was the median for the Russell, and the Biden administration, or the Biden economics, was at a meager 5% return during his term for the Russell 2000. So we've had some gains. If you look at the Dow Jones, overall health of the economy was relatively consistently strong. However, what investors are looking at in the future is a more robust economy that will create better opportunities. So this is a snapshot. I go further into an analysis of these numbers in the blog post on our website, so please check that out. And also, we'll go into the numbers a little bit further in the Informer, our newsletter. Can't forget about the Informer. Very important tool, resource for those of you in this space who are curious about campaign management and the issues in the kitchen table matters that are important to our electorate. So again, thank you for participating in this conversation. We'll take this conversation to the Informer and also to our blog. Please let us know what you think. Bring your facts, not your feelings, and comment. We love to hear what you have to say. We really do. And I and the team love to respond, whether it's by email. I see you there, Tom. Whether it's by direct message, I see you there, Trini. Whether it's there in our website or comment in our socials, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, or if you personally message me directly, by email, whatever. We'll be more than happy to respond. It may take us some time because sometimes we go viral and there's a lot of comments, but we love to interact with you. So again, please, please, please like, share, those candidates and electeds that you know who could benefit from what we do here at the Jane Washington Network. This is Ground Zero Florida, our flagship podcast. We'll see you the next time.